As retailers prepare for the start of the holiday shopping season, a grassroots effort to boycott spending among shoppers, it is gaining traction over on social media. The campaign is called Blackout the System, and its goal is to shut down the U.S. economy by urging people to not work, spend money, travel, or go to restaurants. We've seen blackouts throughout history, but do they end up having a substantial impact, especially when it comes to our economy? Youngstown State University professor of economics, Dr. Tommy Avaska, who also has a PhD in political economics, is here now to explain. Thank you for taking the time to join us.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah, for decades, people have joined in on boycotts that have used the economy as a bargaining chip to bring social change, such as the Montgomery bus boycott. This upcoming Blackout the System campaign is for Black Friday sales starting November 25th, and it goes through Cyber Monday. Historically, can a week-long boycott cause enough damage to trigger or maybe even change policy movement?
Well, depends on how many people you have participating. What I've seen so far is that the number of people participating may be between 15 million and 40 million. If that's the number, say 20 million, it's a small fraction of 1% of our national income.
People have been boycotting businesses in a less formal way before all of this was announced. Since January, this is happening due to the political stance that they hold or the silence that they promoted. They have, been seeing some dips in sales. If you look at certain retailers, have these unorganized efforts caused any economic turmoil in Ohio or across the U.S.?
I think the picture is mixed. You hear reports, anecdotal reports, that some businesses have seen 10% drops in sales. But on the other hand, then you also hear that some have actually had increases in sales. So without proper data, it's hard to tell.
The boycott is in coordination with a few groups: the Big Beautiful Boycott, the Progressive Network, and the People's Sick Day. Is this the first time we've seen a blackout with groups backing them? If not, how common is that in history when you look at some of the other examples that we've seen in our past?
Well, we've had mass movements over our history, but the question is always that, are they there to last? And typically either they give up if goals are not met, or just over time the enthusiasm evaporates when the results are not obvious and immediate.
While the people helping to promote the blackout, they're saying you can still shop local. How much do you expect this movement to make a dent in the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales for retailers?
I think it's tricky for retailers. At the same time, their objective must be to sell as much as possible. Yet they don't also want to hurt their image and brand in the eyes of the protesters. And as said, there are many of them, perhaps 20 million nationwide. So it's like going on a very thin line.
I'm wondering what you're going to be watching for as this week gets closer. What do you think you'll be looking for in terms of the signs that maybe this is gaining traction?
Well, I think we have some measures in social media that's the networking place for the protesters, and so one could observe the traffic in various social media outlets to get an idea of which way we are moving.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time to join us right here at 5.